And so the accountants will sometimes, they're just have two of them. There's always two sets of eyes on a review, at least. So the staff accountant and the reviewer will look at it, and they'll primarily concentrate on the financial statements and MD&A. But they will read the entire document because there's a ton of stuff in business that they can tell what you're doing, and it should dovetail with your revenue recognition policy and all of that. One of the things that the staff has pointed out recently is be careful if you're cutting and pasting from someone else's response. So you found someone else in your industry that got the same letter, and you thought, that's a great response, I'm gonna use that. All right, just be careful with that one, because chances are the staff is pretty familiar with the other company too. They might recognize the cut and paste, and it might not exactly answer the staff's question or fit your fact pattern. So just be careful if someone suggests, why don't we cut and paste from this other one, because the staff has raised that recently, and I'm thinking, well, if they've raised it, it must be happening quite a bit. So also, I've gotten this question, which I think is quite a funny question. Do we have to respond to the staff? Yeah, what do you think? All right, everyone raise your hand. Yes, you have to respond to the staff. Although, amazingly, there are people who do not. And they're the smaller companies who don't have the resources, and they think, oh, for Pete's sake, I don't have the time. It's like 20 pages long what they're asking me to do, and they don't respond. And I'm just always amazed, because sometimes I'll come across a letter in Edgar from the staff to this company that basically says, you have not answered any of our letters. So we are posting them all for your investors to see that we had these questions that you have not resolved. So far, I don't think I've seen any referred to enforcement, but it would depend on what issue I think the staff is asking you about. So, just make sure somebody knows when you get a letter, somebody has to respond. A company search, always a great idea to look at your company, your competitors, see what they're doing. If they have these issues, if they have these comments, chances are you're going to get them too. So always a good idea to do that.